Hi, I'm Jill Johnson-Young. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I am also a grief therapist, and I co own Central Counseling Services in Riverside, California. And in my spare time, I also write books for children about grief and loss. This one is called Someone is Sick. How do I say goodbye? I'm going to read it for you tonight so that you can share it with anyone who might need to hear this. This book was written for all the children I've worked with in hospice who are facing the loss of someone they loved. The children I see in my practice who are coping with a loved one dying, and the children of families in my dementia group who watch their loved ones fading away. Saying goodbye is never easy, but having permission to cope in a way that fits the child and understanding what's happening can make a tremendous difference. Being prepared can lighten the impact of grief, and remembering people we love who have died keeps them with us and makes them part of us. I hope this will reach children and families who are trying to find their path to their own goodbyes. May you find peace and keep their memories with you. Someone you love is sick. The doctor says they will not get better. Sometimes even medicine and hospitals, doctors and nurses can't fix some kinds of sickness. That may be confusing. When you get sick, your family gives you medicine and may take you to the doctor. You expect to get better, and you do. Does that look like you when you were sick in bed? At our house, there's always a poodle in bed when you are sick, and even when you're not. But sometimes, no matter how hard they try, doctors can't make a disease stop. The person you know may still go to the doctor's office sometimes, but those visits are not to make them get well. Those doctors are trying to make them not feel so bad. Not feeling so bad, or even feeling better because there's less pain, is not the same as getting well, no matter how much you wish that were true. When you visit, their room may look like a hospital, even at home. There may be a lot of medicines, a hospital bed that can move, oxygen tanks, or a machine that makes oxygen, and there may be plastic tubes to carry oxygen to their nose. Those things make them more comfortable. They just look a little weird to all of us. And those oxygen machines, they can make a little noise. The good news is you can probably still climb in bed and snuggle with them, and tubes won't hurt you or them. Just ask an adult to help you. Don't jump on the bed without permission and a little help, okay? When someone is so sick that they can't get better, we eventually have to get ready because they are now terminally ill, which means they are going to die. You need to know that they did not choose to be so sick, and they do not want to leave you. Their body just can't fight anymore. You can ask any of the adults around you any questions you have. You may want to know more, and that's okay. Who can you ask? You can ask your teacher, an aunt, an uncle, parents, a counselor. If you're lucky, you can go to the doctors with them and ask questions there too. You should have your questions answered. So how do we say goodbye? First, there are no rules. You get to say the way you want to, or not at all if you just can't do it. You probably have a lot of feelings happening. You may be sad or feel empty or mad, or maybe you're feeling something else. It's normal to feel like you are mixed up about it. It's all so confusing when someone is going to die. Sometimes emojis help us name or describe feelings. Do you like emojis? When we think about them dying and not being here with us, it can help to remember the things you learned from them and what's special about them. Did they teach you something important? Or did you have a special thing or day that was yours together? Talking about the things you will never forget may help them know just how much you love them and will miss them. It may help you to get ready too, because remembering those special things about them will stay with you always. If they can't talk anymore, which can happen when someone is dying, you might want to write them a letter or draw a picture of the two of you. You can leave it with them or you can save it for yourself. Looking at it later may help you when you're missing them. Do you like to draw on the ground? It's one of my favorite places. Just sprawl out, get the paper and the pens or the crayons out. You can also just sit with them and hold their hand, even if they can't talk or if they are asleep. They can hear you. They will know you are there. You won't hurt them, and hearing your voice might make them feel happy and safe. You can cry, you can smile, you can even laugh, or maybe all those things. After they die, you will always remember them, why they mattered to you, how much you still love them, and that their love will always, always be with you. And you should be allowed to talk about it. There's some help stuff in the back of this book for the grown-ups. I'm not going to read that here because this is a book reading for kiddos. But I do want you to know that talking before someone dies and being able to say goodbye, being able to talk about them afterward, is really important for all of us. It helps us remember them, it helps them stay with us, and it helps us get through the grief of their loss. I hope this has been helpful for you. You can find more about me at JillJohnsonYoung.com, therebelliouswidow.com, and at centralcounselingservices.com, and on all the social media. I'm the only Jill Johnson Young around. Thanks for watching.